Hello everyone and welcome back to another edition of West Ham Fan TV's Midweek Musings. It's the end of the week, we're just coming up to the West Brom game. I'll tweet out 3 subjects on the Wednesday for you to respond to and for me to have my little say. It's a show where you get involved, so keep on getting involved. Thank you very much for all your tweets this week. Let's get straight into it, I'm not mucking around today. Number 1, with Andre Ayew coming on and playing well, could we see an impact from Hernandez from the bench? Did it well at Man United. Now, come on. Javier Hernandez was a super sub in the mould of sort of Ollie Solskjaer. Ollie Solskjaer was a little bit better at that, but Hernandez is a natural born goal scorer. We aren't blessed with the sort of talent that Man United were when he's there. For me, I'm going to get straight into your answers because this is quite cut and dry for me. For me, he needs to play alongside Carroll. Out on the wing is no good. He needs to play up top. He's a natural goal scorer. He's being wasted. Let's have a look, see what you guys have to start. To start, our very own Ryan Archer. Hernandez has to start for me. I would love to see him and Carroll get a partnership going. Ayew would be better coming from the bench late on. PPM 1968 says Hernandez has to start. Ayew always looks better as an impact player coming on as sub in the last 20-25 minutes when games normally get stretched. At Tom Down 3 says Hernandez has to start for me. Also, he's one of, if not the highest players, paid players. The Dildo brothers like value for money after all. At Mace WHU 69 says Hernandez has to start instead of 3-4-3. If he goes 3-5-2, he ain't stuck out wide. That puts Antonio wing back. So pros and cons. At Jamie Gill says we could, but I prefer Carroll up front with Hernandez. Hernandez playing off his knockdowns. I don't think we can afford to bench him. At Vic Vinegar says Hart, Reed, Font, Ogbonna, Antonio, Pedro, Kea, Cress, Lanzini, Ayew, Arnie / Ayew, or Chica. I'm sorry, cat problem there. At Vic Vinegar says this could be our first lineup. Don't forget that Carroll also have that bench effect that can change a game. John Kamagi says maybe but we bought him to be our starting striker. But if Carroll can stay fit, which we all doubt, they could be a great strike force. At Timmy Tiger says it's only one game. Hernandez was signed for our main striker. He has to start. Paolo says like the team, Antonio is too good to be a wing back. At Claret and Blues 71 says Carroll needed at West Bromwich Albion for his defensive qualities at set pieces, which they exploit. At Bernard 15 says scoring a tap in and having an assist he knew nothing about isn't a good game in my opinion. He's shocking. Spends more time rolling around on the floor. A couple more. At West Ham, Josh Fee says Hernandez is the fox in the box we've been desperate for, so why would we not start him in our most clinical striker? Exactly, Josh. Harriet Hamilton says it means starting Ayew. Absolutely fucking not. That's a couple more. Claret and Big Blue says unfortunately I think it won't matter because Andy will be on the injury list in a couple of weeks. And Daz 1992 says can't see him accepting that. Bilic claimed he was after him for years, so getting him just impacts sub would be nuts, and he would definitely leave. Cut and dry that one, not even an argument. And number 2, in 2022, Athletics looks like it could be coming back after we bid. I think it's for the Commonwealth Games. Have we a right to moan? Is it built for Athletics after all? Well, of course it's built for Athletics. That's what it was built for. The problem is we have got a right to moan in ways. There's 2 people we can moan at. We can moan at the board for not sorting this out and absolutely telling us a biggest load of bullshit I've ever heard when they said that our fixtures would take precedence over everything, and a retractable seating, which is not so retractable, it's dismantleable. It's probably like a Lego set more than a retractable seating. But have we got a right to moan? Yeah, a little bit, because they never thought, they hire us at stadium, that's not our fault. That's, you know, that's the deal that they come across. That's how they're going to sustain the stadium for the next couple of years. Of course, we rent it. We want to play Premier League fixtures there. They know what they was getting into. They can't keep on putting Athletics in there at the time we're renting it. It's as simple as that. It's one of them things where, you know, if you rent someone a house and you want to use it for 2 days of the year or 6 weeks of the year, you can't just chuck them out and then bring them back in after. They rent it to us. So, you know, that's down to them. They want the money, they need to abide by the rules. It's not a good deal for them. then it's not a good deal. Anyway, let's have a look what you guys think. At Paul H says, isn't the Athletics in 2022 in the Commonwealth Games and has been awarded to Birmingham? If so, it shouldn't affect the Olympic Stadium at all. Maybe, I'm not quite sure, I don't really care. At Tom Down 3 says, yes, moan big time, fucking joke if this happens. 3 away games next season is one of the factors. We've had a poor start. At Slavs says, that's 5 years away, we'll own the stadium by that time, hopefully, Slav. At PBM 1968, yes, a right to moan, however, owners knew exactly what they were signing up to and did not tell the fans the full facts. We just rent it, after all. At the Graham Fan Club says, I want our home back so badly. At Jared Still says, absolutely have the right. Fingers crossed by then we own the stadium or it goes to Birmingham. I think actually it might have gone to Birmingham today. I haven't really checked the news. At Rakis 14 says, said it before, but the actual Athletics isn't the problem. We'd be on pre-season. It's how long it takes to rebuild the retractable seating. Good point. At Seraph the Bastard says, our fixtures take priority in the stadium, remember? Not like Lady Brady would lie to us fans. We can't. At Billy WHUFC says, we can moan about the owners, not the Athletics itself. Us moaning won't change anything though. Got to accept that's what comes with the Olympic Stadium. At Port Macca 11 Paul says, we will always moan as sold a lie after lie after lie. So no, the Athletics shouldn't be back. Can't we just buy them somewhere else? At Sean Sweeney 09 says, it's only a matter of time before we own a stadium due to it costing the government so much. We can't moan, sure. We can moan, sure, but it won't last long. At Magical Masuaku says, for sure we voted to leave the bowling under the guise that the Olympic Stadium would be ours and free to modify / upgrade. Athletics contradicts that. It's Lee Bowes 74 says, it's never going to be yours, ever. You only rent it for a few games each month. Different story if the Dildo Brothers bought it outright. At Cooper, Sweary Idiot 1974, we're only tenants, so we have no right to moan. Our owners lying to us, however, ... A couple more on this. Dave Bromley says, yes, if it affects our team, are the board happy if they rented a world-class stadium but to the detriment of the football club? Exactly. Ant 67435, it's the price we pay for renting a stadium for 25 days a year instead of owning it. We can make it our home, but we need to buy it. At West Ham Hammer 011 says, absolutely at the extortionate rent we pay. Winky face. And let's have one more. Greg Hobbs says, well, we only rent it until we own it. Then maybe we can't make wholesale changes. It's our home now, but we should accept it for what it is. Loads more I could have gone into on that one. I'm running out of time. Let's have a look. Number 3, really quickly. Number 3, how much time does the win on Monday buy Slav? Is he still a dead man walking, or could he turn it around? I can't see him going past the. I can't see him going past the season for a start. He won't be offered a new contract. It'll buy him a little bit of time. A loss to West Brom and Spurs, however, will put the pressure back on him. And yeah, he's a dead man walking, in my opinion. I want to see someone come in with a little bit more guys, but as long as Slav's here, I'll support him to the hill. You know, I've seen other accounts saying that they want him gone, and you know, at all costs. I'm not really, although everyone's entitled to their opinion, I'm not really under that jurisdiction. I want to support any manager that's in charge of West Ham United, no matter what man it is, and no matter you know, the ability. That is the man that the board chose. That is the man that the board employs. That is the man that's got a contract from them. So, you know, for me, although I might have the ump with the style of play and you know, the losses and you know, the stubbornness from him at times, the board employed him. So let's get into your comments. Our very own at Ryan Archer says, personally I think Bilic should be given a bit more time to work with the new squad, but another poor run and he will be gone, unfortunately. At Jack Hobson says he's won 4 in 19, so of course his job should be in question. At Tom Down 3, do you know what, Jack? It's a pretty similar record to what Big Sam had, and people were asking for him to go. Tom Down said, still a dead man walking, I feel. I think they'll give him until Xmas personally. At Nitram Selag says, If we aren't in trouble, he will see out his contract, in my opinion. I agree with that, mate, to be honest. It's not a sacking ball, to be honest. Billy WHUFC says, I reckon he may turn it around, but I can't see him taking us to the next level we want to reach. Although it can't be sure anyone can go under Sugo. At PBM 1968, I still think he needs to be based on at least 8 games, but with our owners, you just have no clue what act of stupidity they will next. Jan, can you shut the door, please? This door?
No.
Please? Jay? At Nick Harv says he's a dead man walking. As soon as we lose another couple of games, which we will, there'll be calls for him to go. Best case, he'll be here till the end of the season, but won't believe Ball will offer him a new contract irrespective of results. At Diddy Posh says, lose at WBA, and he'll be in trouble again. Obvo beat Bolton, but then Spuds beat all 3 and he's safe, in my opinion. At Gabriel Sutton, that's at Football Lab, says, from outside I'd say stick with him. His performances like the one on Monday continue. Look like the players were right behind him. At Tommy says, I reckon he'll be given until the end of September, and if we don't improve he'll probably go. At Den Vincent says it buys him until after the Spurs game, in my opinion. We need to win 2 of the next 3, including Bolton. At Stan WHU1 says, unless he has a run of 4 or 5 defeats in a row, there's now no reason for him. He's there for the season. They are happy with us just staying up and not having to pay him off. At Seraph the Bastard says, still think we need to find a new manager. Slav pulls out the odd win and it's a must-win game. We're just sweeping the problem under the rug. At Magic Masuaku again says, I went versus West Brom. I think he is jobbing to Xmas, but he's still relatively close to the edge. At GH90WHU, he's been under pressure since we moved from the bowling ground. Good win on Monday night. Now we must build, and that's something we didn't do last season. At West Ham Josh V says, without Ball being is untrustworthy and unpredictable. Who knows if he ever has been or ever will be safe given the lack of backing they give. At Magical Mikhail says he's not a dead man walking, but he's still under the threat with 1 win in 4 games. Clearly isn't good enough. If we lose the next 2, he's gone. At Adam Smith says, until he loses 2 on the bounce again, he will be sacked unless a major change in form. Couple more. At Ben Ellis, so many numbers behind that, I'm not even going to bother trying to read that. At Ben Ellis says, Slav needs to show consistent performances and get us out of a good position by Christmas. Otherwise, I think he'll be sacked by then. At Big Boy McCloskey says, I saw a record last night. We've conceded 94 goals in 52 games. I love Slav and his passion, but that for West Ham is diabolical. At Macca 11 Paul says, results business. Monday is a step forward with performances and tactics, but those have to continue. If changes formation West Bromwich Albion, it's a joke. At Ross Field says, Slav is the man to take us forward. At Alfie McCarthy says, I'm hoping with all my West Ham heart that Bilic turns it around and let the man have 10 games at least. However, there is too much bad blood there. At Billy WHU, come on you eyes, says West Brom away, Spuds at home. 2 tough games for us where the defence will be tested more than Monday night. And 1 more, hard Brexit Joe says, I say give him until the Swansea game because a new manager can hit the floor running with Burnley, Brighton and Palace games. Do you know what, I'm going to take this last one. At English Hammer 28 says, gone in 2 games for anything less than 4 points. Thank you so much for getting involved in today's Monday Musings, midweek musings, end of the week musings, whatever you want to call it these days. Keep your comments coming in. There'll be another musings next week. Go and follow us on Twitter at West Ham Fan TV to get involved in that. On Volley at West Ham Fan TV too. Facebook.com/West Ham Fan TV. Instagram, Snapchat. Got a brand new website coming that's launching the end of this week, so that'd be great. And one thing left to say. Come on, you irons.